needs to be understood, I feel, when it comes to losing weight is that the consciousness we hold, or in other words, the way we see ourselves, both at the conscious level but also what's going on at the unconscious level, determines what we put in and what we give out, which always determines the loss of weight or the lack of loss of weight. Now, if you don't want to lose weight, if you're happy with your weight, then there's nothing to do. But if you're overweight and you'd like to lose weight, then you must recognize that what the reason you eat the way you do and exercise the way you do or don't is because of what's going on at the unconscious level. It's determining the decisions you make and then the actions you take because of those decisions. So if you were able to change what's going on at the unconscious level, you then make better decisions. Now, it doesn't mean that you can just think your way to losing weight. You can't. You have to change your diet and you will have to exercise. But the very first thing that needs to be done always is to look at what is the cause of me eating the way that I eat. What is the cause of me exercising the way I exercise? And all things, all challenges that are in the unconscious, that are coming from the unconscious, are a lack of love to ourselves somewhere, all of them. So if I can love the aspects of myself sufficiently enough to change the decisions I make, then my actions will be different, and in this context, I'll be able to lose weight. And the quickest way to do that is forgiveness, because forgiveness is the tool we have at the conscious level to recreate the unconscious, which is driving most of our life. You've got to remember that the unconscious has a very powerful force, is a very powerful force. The analogy I love is Carl Jung's analogy. If you look at a small two-seater boat, rowing boat, and in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, the rowing boat would be that would represent the conscious part of us, and the Pacific Ocean the unconscious. Now, interestingly, the rowing boat, the conscious part of us, thinks it knows what's going on, thinks it's in control, when there's this massive force underneath that is absolutely directing events. And so becoming conscious of the unconscious is how we make that boat, that two-seater boat, much larger and able to direct events more easily, because the larger the boat, the less the power of the unconscious. Some of the part of the unconscious is driving us in great ways, but if there's areas that are challenging, and like I said, in this particular case, if it's related to weight, then there will be an aspect in the unconscious that's the driving you to make decisions that don't benefit you in the context of weight and losing weight. And as I said, the tool we have at the conscious mind is to forgive self for being the way we are. And if you don't believe that, you forgive yourself for not believing it. So you could say, I forgive myself for whatever comes to mind. I'll often say I forgive myself when I go to sleep, and I'll say it regularly when I wake up. And I don't have anything in particular that I'm saying it about. I just know that I'm infusing my system with love, because the thoughts that go on in the mental area are very destructive. Quite often, you would never, if somebody else spoke to you in the way that you speak to yourself, you'd never speak to them again, right? But so we've got all of this messy stuff going on at this level, and we've got to put a lot more love into the system, a lot more, and forgiveness is the way. So it's a simple task of saying, I forgive myself, I forgive myself, I forgive myself. You affirm that over and over. Now you can put it and relate it to your weight loss, so that your intention is strong around the weight loss. I forgive myself for being overweight. I forgive myself for not being able to take the right actions. I forgive myself for not being able to do it. I forgive myself wholeheartedly. I don't believe that what I'm saying is working, and I forgive myself for that. But it is working, because everything within us is connected, absolutely everything. And so the first step is to get to a place where the unconscious is starting to love and respect self in the context of losing weight. Now, when that happens, the organic process will be that you'll start making decisions. You'll say, it's time. I'm going to do something about this. And the more that you love that inner world part of you, the unconscious part of you, the better your actions will become. And also you'll attract to you the right things for you to take you on the path that's going to get you to the right weight. But the first step is forgiveness. So you stop judging yourself. You must stop judging yourself. And when you catch yourself judging yourself, you say, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for judging myself about X, Y, and Z. It is an amazing process. Now give yourself time, but you must do it every day. Do it and do it and do it until all of a sudden things start to change. Have an absolutely fantastic day when you watch this. I look forward to talking to you again next time. Thank you so much.